Yeah, Smitty, are we drafting live right now on Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty? Because if we are, I'm getting real excited.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
We're doing it live. We're drafting live on Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. If anybody hasn't signed up yet for Underdog Fantasy, there is your chance. Click that link right now that I've just dropped in the live chat if you want to get into this draft. That is your ticket in, okay? That is your ticket in. I'm going to pin said link. The link is in the description of every video. For some odd reason, you're watching the replay of this show. First in the building. God, I hope it's Michael K. CPA, because I really want to play that song. It's not. Anytime Michael K. CPA is first in the building, I play a song. Sick Nasty, Klondike, Sandu, Golf, Sam, Hector, Ron Navy in the building. Drop some prayer emojis for Ron Navy and the fam. Sick Nasty, Matt O, Brandon, Harvest, Navage, Big Dog in the building along with so many of you. We're doing a draft here momentarily. Click that link in the live chat pinned. We're getting into the fast puppy. $5. I'm not clicking yet. Don't click yet. $500K in prizes. First place gets $75,000. Second gets $40K. Third gets 25. So on, so on, so on. Half PPR like usual. 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 10 bench spots, 3 wide receivers, 1 flex per usual. And go ahead and click the green button now. The YouTube delay. I'm going to wait. And then now I'm jumping in. If you miss out, don't fret. But I've good news. We've got 9 spots available in this draft, so you should be able to get in very easily. Very, very easily. If you don't get in, for whatever reason, you're a straggling stand, and you walk in here and you're like, oh, Smitty, I didn't have my notification on. Or Smitty, you told me 100 times on your Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, that's not it. You go to my Instagram and you click on this little, these little highlight section. There's going to be a channels, like little circle. There's merch, there's highlights. Click on channels, and in there you can subscribe to 3 different DM one-way conversations where I just announce stuff. And I announce every time I'm going live. And so many people find out when I'm going live based on Instagram. So, Smitty, I didn't get the notifications. There you go. I'm live in Vegas, streaming live in Vegas. They're setting me up over at Circa so well. They're treating your boy Smitty like he's a king. They're treating us like we've got 100K subscribers and not 19K. They're setting me up. They're taking care of me. We're doing the Scott Fish Bowl live stream on Saturday from 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. A lot of you are coming. Can't wait to see you. A lot of you are coming. And so I've gotten reached out to by so many people. It's great. It's amazing. First pick, JJ in this best ball draft, followed by Jamar. BOT's on the clock. But these guys at Circa, I'll tell you something. They're the real deal. They're setting me up in the cabana, in the sports book, unrelated to the Scott Fish Bowl actual live stream, on Friday, tomorrow's 7 p.m. show. I'm in the sports book live. You can't even bring your phone in there. They're letting your boy Smitty just roam around in there live streaming. I don't understand what's going on. I'm going to have a mic hooked up for my co-host who'll jump in and out, my boy Rob from Fantasy Football State of Mind. He's going to be in Vegas with me. He's going to co-host the entire Saturday show, the 5-6 hour show. So he's a good guy. He's awesome. Him and I will be side by side on the show, and then we'll have an open chair. So sit in me and ask me a question, and we'll see how many brave souls come live on the show. JJ, Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Bijan Robinson, Travis Kelce. Let's see here. TD Strikers, Ron Navy is on the clock with 9 seconds left. What is he going to do? I imagine I'm at the 12 spot by the looks of this. I didn't even know what pick I got. I got the dreaded 12 pick, which in our community ends up being okay because of the reaching going on. Ends up being a decent pick. Ron Navy goes A.J. Brown. Jason from the 9 spot. Boyd in the 10. And Big Dog Stark, my man, drafting in the 11. Big Dog in the building. Big Dog, are you Big Dog? I imagine you're Big Dog in YouTube, right? Big Dog Stark. That's got to be you on the YouTube channel. Let me know if it is. Yeah, so Vegas tomorrow. So schedule 7 p.m. show, which is 4 p.m. Vegas time. Your boys in the cabana live in the sports book. Stadium Swim, Circa Las Vegas Casino. I'm live inside Stadium Swim. Okay, this isn't no Mickey Mouse operation. You're gonna see me 7 p.m. Then at midnight I'll be roaming around. I don't know where I'm gonna be live streaming from. The elevator, the casino floor, security after they grab me, scoop me up, and say, "What are you doing? You can't roam around here with your phone, young man." So that's Friday, 7 p.m. show in the sports book, live streaming. Midnight show. Who the hell knows where I'm gonna be? Maybe on the street corner. Oh, I'm gonna time out here. Forgot I was up with the back-to-backs. St. Brown and then Barkley. Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. Just did my Barkley show today. I prefer him in round 2. I prefer him at 14, 15, 13. But in this situation, I can't trade out. And that's the running back I want. I'm going balanced attack, baby. St. Brown, Saquon, who's going to get his deal. I want you to remember to come back to this channel and say, Smitty, how in the hell did you know Saquon Barkley was going to sign that deal? Okay. CeeDee Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, Harvest 4-month membership says, where was Chris Johnson getting drafted at his peak? Number 1 overall after his big blow up. Number 1, number 2. He was right around there. CeeDee Lamb, don't say that because you're comparing Gibbs to him, because Gibbs is going to blow him out of the water. CeeDee Lamb, Patrick Mahomes, Devontae Adams, Jalen Hurts going to TD strikers with the double stack. Jonathan Taylor, Travis Kelce, okay. Olave going to the Bijan owner, the Goon Squad. Kev, what's Kev doing? 21 seconds left. He says, I don't need the 21 seconds. Don't you wish you could give, this is an idea for Underdog. You should be able to, I almost think it would be awesome to pocket the remaining time you had. And you'd have to activate it. You don't just get it on the next pick. But if you, let's say you pocket 15 seconds, like let's say you don't have to do anything. You draft 15 seconds instead of 30. You get a 15-second buffer if you time out anywhere. I'm going to get a hold of Underdog on this. This would be the first platform to do that. You pocket your time, give yourself a little buffer. I think that'd be an amazing feature. Just saying. I know drafts could go longer, but maybe you only get to use it once. You pocket time. The first time you time out, whatever time you've accrued, you get a little extra time. Just a thought. Just a thought. Tony Pollard, JJ. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I have a feeling the draft guy is going Burrow, but he doesn't know we're drafting in our community. And I think our boy Man, if that's ours, at the 1 spot, he's gonna snipe Burrow. Okay, he didn't. He didn't. If that was one of our guys, I don't think that's our guy then. If that was one of our guys, we would have taken Burrow right before he got this stack here. Maybe he doesn't go the triple stack, the pancake stack, the true triple decker pancake. Let's see if he goes Joseph, cigar smoking Burrow. He thinks he might be thinking right now, I wonder who this community is. I wonder if I get Burrow at 47. Okay, he's going triple wides. He thinks he's getting Joseph, cigar smoking Burrow at 47 overall. Not going to happen. Not on our watch, young man, because we get burrowed for a living. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.
Smitty, why isn't Michael Thomas over Olave? Yeah, good question. Okay. Let's see here. Roll over second, Smitty, haha. Hey, it's a good idea. It's a good idea, bro. It's a very good idea. Jacobs ain't signing, says Terry. Jacobs is in a much bigger situation of threat to fantasy owners. Okay, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, Justin Jefferson, Watson, Higgins, Jamar Chase, DK, Devontae Smith, Christian McCaffrey, Ramondre Stevenson, Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Josh Allen, Jalen Waddle, Cooper Kupp, Breece Hall, Olave, Bijan. That's an amazing squad there. Ridley, JT, Travis Kelce, Najee, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. Nice job, Ron. Mark Andrews, Adams, Austin Eckler, Gibbs, Patrick Mahomes, Garrett Wilson, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb. Who you got, big dog Stark? What you throwing down? Okay. While he makes his pick, I'm going to go digging into the ADP. Don't take Jacobs. Don't take Jacobs, Mr. Stark. Please, leave him for me. Please. All right. I don't know what we're going to do here. We've got Barkley, St. Brown. Just to buy myself some more time, I'm going to go Joe Burrow. Break that man's heart down at the end. That guy's heart just got shattered into a million pieces. Now, the only thing I want to contemplate here. This feels early, but I don't. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I went Amon-Ra, Saquon, Joe Burrow, Kenneth Walker, because he's not coming back around. And I was tempted to go wide receiver, but I really feel that I really feel strongly this year about going massive running back. Don't encourage anyone to reach on naked Burrow. Why is that? Why is that? Burrow would be 3 picks behind ADP at 47 overall. Let the man have his Burrow. No, thank you. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, bro.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it. Get burrowed.
Not on my watch. You have to do it. Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Josh Jacobs, Garrett Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Drake London. Wow, we drafting some winners in this draft. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Garrett Wilson, Mahomes, Gibbs, and Drake London. A man after my own heart. Jason's got Eckler, Adams, Andrews, Jackson. Okay. Phone lines will be open in 1 second, guys. TD Strikers grabs TJ Hawkinson. He's got AJ Brown, Hurts, Najee, Hawkinson. Why not ETN? I like ETN. I don't mind ETN. I've definitely drafted ETN a couple times the last couple drafts, and I like it. Unstacked. Here's. You can't draft an unstacked Burrow. Here come the rules. These are the best ball rules. You can't draft an unstacked Burrow. You can't do it, Smitty. It's not allowed. You'll lose. You'll lose, Smitty, because Burrow throwing 43 touchdowns, you can't win if you don't have the counterpart, Smitty. You can't do it. You just can't. There's no way Walker can do as well as T. Higgins, Smitty. Jefferson with that LSU. Look, Jefferson. But the continued gigawatt component structure of the workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper, Gibbs is the top 3. That's pretty good, Steve. I think you got it down pretty good. You pretty much memorized that. Dotson over Ayuk, I would. The test, I would. Dotson over Ayuk. How are we smoking on that one? The test, I love you, pal, but you can't double. What did this guy do at the end? His poor broken heart. What did he do? He went triple wide. He went quad wide receivers. Christian Kirk in the 4th round. I'm all for Christian Kirk, but 4th round. That's definitely not one of ours. That's definitely not one of ours. Christian Kirk. Like, at what point do you say, okay, I'm going to sacrifice all building of running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, and just put it all on hold for Christian Kirk after you already have 3 amazing wide receivers? You know, you're doing good. You're doing good work. What's the need of the Brandon Ayuk? Or, I'm sorry, the Brandon Ayuk. I was reading that. What's the need for the Christian Kirk at this point? Is this guy going to go a fifth wide receiver? Because if he is, I'm going to take his T. Law. Oh, he took Herbert. Yeah. Ayuk is so much better, man. The test, call in if you would like. This is a game of prediction. And for you, the test, you know I love you. I'm not going at you. For anybody to act like Dotson or Ayuk can't outscore each other, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part to test. You could call in and say, I like Ayuk more than Dotson. You know what I say? Bro fist. But you're saying, the test, that we're smoking something. And that's crazy to me. The only crazy take is that you think it's like one-sided. Like Dotson could crush Ayuk. Ayuk could have a great year. But Ayuk's in a lot of... The test, call in if you would like to discuss this. This is a pretty good topic. Mainly because you said words like you did. But the line is open, my boy. Christian Kirk's ADP is appropriate. I don't know about that. I don't like him in round 4. I realize what he did, but I'm not buying into that. That boy dropping a super chat says 10-man full PPR. Let's see here. Spend a year out here trying to ruin stacks. Just take Quentin Johnston. I'm not out trying to ruin stacks. I'm out to win. I'm out to draft a good team, my guy. I'm out to win this thing. I'm out making magic happen. Look at my squad, young man. Look at my squad right here. Kenneth Walker, Joe Burrow, Saquon, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Stacks don't always have to happen. They're not the end-all be-all, bro. Let me just tell you right now. I know everyone's telling you that. I know you're reading that in your newsletter that you're getting, but it's not always the way, bro. Okay, here we go. We got a double. We got a double right here. What do? We get 2 wide receivers. We get 2 wide receivers if I want them. I'm tempted to try this. JSN it's a high. Now I got to figure out what I want to do here. Hold on, I'm coming to your super chat. I appreciate you, that boy. I'm on the clock though. I'm gonna do it. We're going to do the double QB, optimal scoring. We're going to dominate quarterback scoring. We're going to dominate quarterback scoring in this format. Amon-Ra, Saquon Barkley, Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow, Kenneth Walker, JSN, Trevor Lawrence, doing it live. Doing it live. Okay, here's the question. What was it? 10-man, full PPR, 2 QBs, 3 wide receivers, drafting Jamar Chase number 2, hoping for Brees in the 2nd. Do I take Wilson Olave in the 3rd? I mean, honestly, bro, part of me wonders if Brees falls to the 3rd round more likely than Wilson or Olave. If it's ESPN, then Olave probably will fall. But Garrett Wilson, I mean, I'd take him in the 2nd. I don't think I'd mess around. I like Brees a lot. If you think you could pull this off, I mean, Wilson or Olave would be a home run in the 3rd round. I mean, I'd take Wilson over Olave, but they honestly could be neck and neck. And then T-Law Rogers. T-Law in the 4th seems early. You know, look where I just got him right now. You know what I'm saying? I got T-Law at 61 overall in the 6th round. I know it's not always the same in a redraft. I get it. Jack Johnson says nothing will dominate your 4 QB team you drafted a while back, Smitty. Honestly, I get hate when I show it. Let me see if I can find it. I get hate when I show it, and I get a lot of like, oh my God, that's the best team I've ever seen. So it gets a combination. This is a one quarterback league. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Justin Fields. I've been wanting to try it since I was a little kid. Okay. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Fields, 1 quarterback league. This was, I think this is a Pomeranian. Brees Hall, Kamara, Charbonnet, McKinnon, Kendre, Jefferson, Dotson, Kadarius, Toney, Tank Dell, Kincaid, Komet, Taysom. It's one of my favorite teams I've ever drafted, and it's a 1 QB. And I just wanted to try it, and I tried it, and I love it, and I love it. I'm gonna be watching that team and keeping tabs on it more than any other team I have in 2023. And anybody that doesn't like it can you know what? Can go watch the Safe Channel. Go watch your Safe Channel. Wait for your newsletter. Wait for your newsletter. Look at this guy. Where's this guy been? Where's this guy been? That's what I want to know. Aloha's a Moon Man or Mars Man? Well, you Moon Man or Mars Man? You're one of the men. And where you been? Sorry, I've been real busy, he says. You don't have to apologize to me, young man.
Alert. Super chat alert.
And then just when I thought 101 was hating on me, you know, not that I care 101, but guy goes ahead and drops this little number on the show, making me feel like I'm really appreciated. Pair character, this is his description of his dancing gift, dancing animation gift, whatever. Pair character dancing under the rain. Look at this man. Look at this man. Ron, call back in.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Ron, call back in. I saw you. I answered. You were sitting there, but then you bailed real quick, so maybe you got a call. But dial back in, Ron. I'm almost on the clock here. Thank you, 101. Thank you, Aloha. Appreciate you both very, very much. I don't think we need to go quarterback again. My next... Shoot. I'm going to go Pacheco here. This is a little early, but I'm just gonna swing big on this one and go Elijah Moore and hope that Elijah Moore brings the thunder. You know, I have a really weak wide receiver room in terms of depth, but I'm sorry, Ron, did you call again? Ron, call again. I'm sorry. Felt like I could have hit that pick differently, but I really like Elijah Moore. Always nice to kick back and enjoy stream. Thank you, Golf. Appreciate you being here. The test is Ayuk looking to build on his best year ever. Look, the test, call in and let's debate this Ayuk versus Dotson, because I think it's debatable. I think it's very, very, very debatable. I don't know how I feel about this last pick. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't always hit home runs on every pick I do. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm moving around. I'm shooting money in the air. I'm running back. I felt like I rushed that, or I ran out of time for that pick, and I like it though. I don't hate my Elijah Moore 8th round. Do I not have audio again? Let me see. I might have an audio problem again with my phone line. Let me go ahead and check something wrong before Ron ends up calling back in. Okay, it might be an audio problem because he's hung up twice in a row. Yeah, Ron, I think I fixed it. Testing, Ron 2-3. Testing, Ron 2-3. Try one more time, Ron. I think we got it. What's up, Golf, my boy? Try one more time, Ron. I think I might have fixed it. Sometimes things get all jostled around when I do an update. Don't ask me why. I can explain it, but I mean, it's not supposed to happen, but it happens when you're meshing 5,000 technical. Ron, can you hear me now? Don't hang up. Ron, let's test it out. Ron? Okay, hold on. I need you there, Ron. Hold on. I need you there for testing reasons, Ron. Okay. Calling. I should be good on the calling, Ron. Oh, he hung up. He hung up. I was trying to get him to troubleshoot it with me. Microphone. Audio. Oh, there we go. Ron, I got it, I think. Hello? 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 Ron? Okay, Ron, don't hang up. Just stay right there. I'm troubleshooting it with you. Hello? Hello? He's gonna hang up, I know it. Okay. Ron. Audio, microphone. Okay, we're good there. Speakers. Hold on, Ron. Ron, can you hear me? I don't know why you can't hear me. Oh, I'm on the clock. Hold on, Ron. Ron, can you hear me? Hold on. I was going to time out. Okay. Ron. Ron, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ron? Ron? Hello? Hello? I don't know why this is not working. Can you talk at least, bro? B Val, can you hear me? B Val. Okay, I heard him for a second. B Val, hang tight. Don't go anywhere, B Val. I think I can fix this. B Val, can you hear me? B Val or Ron, can you hear me? Coming in hot. God, why can't you guys hear me? Everything's set up perfectly. Let me quit and come back in. Call back in a second. This is frustrating me. I can't reboot. I can only reboot a couple things. I got 122 you fine folks in the building. Appreciate you bearing with me while I relaunch the phone line here. Ron, are you there? Hello? B-Val? Alright, this might be the last time I can try it. Let's see here. So here's the board so far, guys. My team: Amon-Ra, Saquon, Joe Burrow, Kenneth Walker, JSN, Trevor Lawrence, Isaiah Pacheco, Elijah Moore, Chig Okonkwo, Zay Jones. All right. Let's try this one more time. Hello? Audio. Test. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 3. Yeah, I gotta. Ron, give me one more second. I gotta reinstall something. God, I hate when this does this. It's driving me nuts. Absolutely driving me nuts. Hold on, let me kill the music real quick. Well, personally, want Lance just to make it 3. I want Detest to call in a second, because Detest has been talking about this. I'm almost on the clock again. Where is my file? I need to reinstall something real quick. There we go. On the clock. Wide receivers. Not loving those choices right now. Go Eli Mitchell. We will go I guess I'll go Rashee Rice. I'm kind of lost track of what I've been doing because I'm trying to fix the phone line, but let's go ahead and reopen this bad boy. All right, relaunching phone line. Sorry, guys. I know this is not ideal conditions. Appreciate the $20 hauler 101. Aloha, appreciate your $20 hauler. The test, appreciate you. I'm waiting for you to call in. Golf says hit that like button while you wait. I Smitty approved that comment. All right, let me just check some settings, and then I want Ron to try and call in. Usually, I have to just reinstall everything if I fix it and I don't see it correcting itself. Okay, bear with me real quickly, and I will have it up and running in 1 second. All right, Ron Navy and B Val, try calling in one more time, por favor. And let's do it live. I think it's gonna work. It's got to work now. If it doesn't work now, I don't know what's gonna work. So dial in. Let's go. Try one more time. All right. Derrick Henry or Ramondre Stevenson? I'm going to say, what's up? You're live. Can you hear me? Hello. Testing, testing. You're live. Who's this? I don't know, guys. Can't seem to fix it. Not today, anyway. I might have to restart my system. It might just be an issue of that, and so I can't take the phone calls today. I don't think. I can try one more fix. Let me try one more thing. Hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. Oh well, phone lines are gone for now. Yeah, I know you hear me, Shopkey. I gotta restart everything. Oh, I'm almost on the clock here. I don't know what to do with this team at this point. I got Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. I got Barkley, Walker, Pacheco, Elijah Mitchell, Amon-Ra, JSN, Elijah Moore, Zay Jones, Rashee Rice, Chiga Okonkwo. I don't need an RB as much as I need wide receivers. I think I'll go with Tim Patrick and Curtis Samuel. Let's see if the test can hear me. All right, the test, I don't know if you can hear me. But if you can hear me, please stay put. I'm trying to test this out. And I'm hoping that I can mess with some things while you're waiting. So just same with you, Doctor. Doctor, if you can hear me. There. Hello? Hello? Speak. I hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Oh, he left. The doctor left. I could hear him. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, pal? The test, can you hear me? We hear him. He's not talking. Why can't he hear me? That's so weird. I've got it all set up perfectly here. Hey, the test, can you hear me? The test, can you hear me? Ron Navy, can you hear me? Attention, Ron Navy. Attention, Ron Navy. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Speakers. Ron Navy, Ron Navy, Ron Navy, Ron Navy. Ron Navy, Ron Navy, Ron Navy, Ron Navy. Nope. We're done for the night on this. Ron, I might have you call me back and just test the audio out. I got to restart my computer. So, I apologize, guys. I have to close the phone line down. It's so disappointing when that happens on a live stream. You can't even test it, really, because the way that things operate for me. It probably is the flux capacitor. Harvest, appreciate you. What rounds win the draft this for this year's St. Brown? Like if we look at this right here, that boy says you missed my last super chat question. Okay, let me go and ask. Sorry, that boy. Aloha, that boy. One-on-one. That boy says, but would you take Breece early third if it means losing out on Burrow? Probably if you could get Fields, then I like that. Fields, Breece Hall, Olave, and would you say Jamar Chase or whoever you had? That's phenomenal. You know, I like Fields a lot. I'm okay with Fields. But if you want to stack, I get it. And, you know, maybe you get Walker in the next round instead of, you know what I mean? Instead of Breece Hall. Or yeah. I mean, what if you went, if you get Garrett Wilson, you got to go Garrett Wilson in 2. You get Garrett Wilson in 2. Let's say you go Burrow. What if you get Kenneth Walker? That's pretty solid. Thank you, that boy. Appreciate you. And as for Harvest's question, like the next St. Brown or the middle rounds, like if we look at everybody 4th round and beyond. So let me go to 4th round. I'm scrolling over in the 4th round. So like London, obviously, Kenneth Walker. Those are amazing values. JK's pretty good value, but he's risky still. I'm looking at this top row, round 5. Round 5. Yeah, I mean those are like I'm just looking for the gems, not guys that are kind of obvious. Like Dotson, 6th round, amazing. Pickens, 6th round, amazing. Kadarius Toney, love it. Trevor Lawrence, love it. Isaiah Pacheco, I know those are 2 of my guys, but love those 2 picks. Looking in the 7th round here, Swift, Dameon Pierce, Waller is fantastic. Waller could win a league in round 7. Honestly, I mean, if it's like tight end dependent, you know, Kamara in round 9 is still phenomenal value. That's still great value. We're not seeing him fall. Jameson, I mean, he's missing 6 games, so you can't really say it's a great value, but I mean, I don't mind him. Chig Okonkwo, my other pick there at 108. Round 9. Chig can win you a draft. Charbonnet at 105. That's a great pick there. Kamara, like I said, round 9. Smash. A-Chain at 112. Very, very good pick. McKinnon, 128. Love it. Love it. Let's see. I think I'm just going to keep stacking wide receivers, I guess. What tight ends are available? No, I'm not liking that. God, you guys are just sniping maniacs. At this point, I don't care. It's round 16. I don't care if I have to go all the way down here. There's no ADP at this point. Let's see here. Quarterback. God, you guys are sniping maniacs. Let's go Ritter, I guess. I just need a backup. Those are my steals. I'm really hoping if I restart my phone line or my computer that the audio is going to fix. I just don't know why no one can hear me. It's crazy. Or I know you guys can hear me, but I mean on the phone line. And the weird part is everything I've checked on the phone line, it's all right. It all should be showing. It's showing audio going out to the Skype caller. So not really sure what in the heck's going on. And now it's giving me another error. What in the hell is going on here? All right, let's go ahead and uninstall it one more time. Let's just get rid of it off my computer. Hold on. Bye-bye. You're in the trash. We're loading you one more time. And we're going to bring you back over here. If one of my normal callers wants to try calling in again in 1 second, not yet, in 1 second, I would be glad to test this out with you if you feel so inclined. Let me just log in real quick. This doesn't work. It's really just me restarting my computer at this point, which I can't do while I'm live. But maybe we do a Dynasty show real quick. We test it out. You know what I'm saying? These teams are pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to go over all the teams. It's late. I got to get up and go to Vegas. So let's test out the audio. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. That's not the right mic. Hold on. Hello, test, test, test. That's the right mic. Okay. We're hot there. Speakers. Hello? 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 Yeah, who's this?
Yeah, this is the test, man. How are you, man?
What's up? Let's see here. I think we're good, Ron. Try calling in one more time. I think we're good. Not positive, but I think we're good, Ron. Dial in if you can, Ron, or to test. Last time we'll try this. I'm sorry about this, guys. Listen to Miss Smitty sneeze. It's so loud. You guys hear that? Yeah, you're live on the show. Who's this? Who's this, bro?
Hear you.
Who's this?
B-Val.
B-Val. What's up, B-Val? Are you on a different phone?
Yeah. Nah, I'm on my same phone.
Oh, I wonder why it's not the same number here. All right,
At
what's
least
up?
you got it.
Yeah,
working.
finally, bro. God, it
Yeah.
took forever. Hold on. What can I do for you?
I got 2 questions for you, man. I think I want to know your thoughts on Diggs. I feel like that injury to Josh Allen affected him last year. I feel like he could have finished number 2 last year if Josh Allen didn't get injured. I don't know why people aren't he's not like a top. People aren't thinking of him as a top receiver. Like, I know he's taking in the first round, but it's like the late back end first round. You know what I mean?
Well,
I think he can finish over like Tyreek Hill.
I mean, when you say I don't know why people aren't,
Cup.
I know when you say you don't know why people aren't viewing him as a top wide receiver. I think people are viewing him, like you said, as a top wide receiver. But I mean, he is kind of like going off the rails right now. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably the reason.
It. But yeah, I think he could finish like over players like Hill and Cup just because he's in a better situation, and he has that connection with Josh Allen. So and his schedule's not that bad. And I was looking at it, he could get a lot of touchdowns this year. I think he could maybe go like for 11 or 12. I think he got 11 last year. So replicate that. Just more consistent towards the end of the season.
I mean, is he capable? Of course he is.
Yeah.
But is there a reason to like Garrett Wilson more? I kind of think.
Yeah, definitely.
I kind of think so. So I think what it comes down to is like, do you have the cojones? Not you, and if you don't, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong or anything. If anybody out there likes Diggs way more than Garrett Wilson, that's fine. That's just preference. But it comes down to like, I think some people wouldn't put their cojones on the line and say I'm drafting Garrett Wilson, and I'm gonna go after the number 3 or 4 overall wide receiver that's gonna break into that scene versus like just okay, who did it last year, who did it the year before. Not that doesn't repeat.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Diggs, just because Diggs has been the guy, he won't be the guy. But I think there's something to, they're both in the first round, they're both like 4 picks apart, so it's not like you're reaching in that crazy fashion. 814 caller, who's this? You're live. Oh well, I thought that's it. Hey, are you there? 814 caller, who's this? That's you, Ron? What's up, Ron?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I don't know why the phone line's all jacked up.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I don't have like the, I will have to restart my computer, but at least you can hear me. I mean, things are all jacked up right now, but
It figures your phone lines are all messed up on an epic night like this.
yeah, that's all right. What's up? How'd you like your draft?
You didn't even see it all, did you?
I didn't, because I was doing. Yeah, I was doing all this.
It
Okay.
slipped right on by you.
Yeah, let's look at Ron Navy's team.
I called in right before I tried to call in before I was actually making the pick.
Okay, let me see what you did. Hold on. Yeah, it was kind of a crappy situation with the phone line. I wasn't paying much attention to even my draft at that point. Let me see if I can.
Oh, give me a chance to give me crap.
All right, let's see what he did. Okay, so you got Jalen Hurts, you got Kirk Cousins. Nothing there surprises me. Najee Swift. What are you doing taking Swift? Did you?
The guy took Goddard from me. You know I'm about stacks. I got the Hurts stack, so Swift made sense.
I could have swore you were never going to take Swift.
Well, he made sense at that time.
Wow. Wouldn't that be amazing if you won it because of Swift? Okay, so Hurts, Cousins, Najee, Swift, McKinnon, Tank, Bigsby, Chase Brown, Addison, Pickens, Zay Flowers. Whoops. Okay. Tight end Hawkinson. Yeah, good team. I like it. Man, I get so frustrated with my phone line.
Who's 1-on-1 in our? Is he in our draft? Is he a different name in our draft?
I don't know. I don't know what he is outside of this, but I mean, he dropped a $20 hauler, so he's legit. But he went at me a little bit earlier, and that's fine. Like I have tough skin. I don't care. But
he went at me too, because for me taking Hawkinson when I did.
Yeah, but we all have different opinions, and I know 1-on-1 is very much about stacking. I'm 1-on-1, not 1-on-1. I'm one of one. Oh, one of one, not 1-on-1. 1 of 1. Hold on. 334 caller. Who's this? What's up, Doc?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good,
Man,
Doc.
your phone, man. You gotta be careful what kind of websites you visit, man. I think that's why your phone line's going crazy.
No, my phone line is just I got a lot of talking apps and things going on, and it doesn't always mesh well when you do some sort of system update. So I just got to restart everything. But yeah, 1-on-1. I know a lot of people like they come in here and no offense, 1-of-1, they come in here with these rules of how you're supposed to draft. And again, I'm not one that says that some of the things you're saying don't make sense. Like, drafting Burrow with Chase, high likelihood of this and that and this and the other. But I love when people come in and act like you draft Burrow without Chase or Higgins and you're wasting your pick. That is the most ridiculous take I've ever heard in my life. Because that's not how it works. I know people are telling you that's how it works. Is it great to stack? Does it eliminate odds of you having to give multiple things right? In some sense, but Burrow could still throw to Higgins all day long. The game we're talking about, the game in question, week 15, when you need it and the game's on the line and you're trying to advance to the next round, Burrow could go nuts with T. Higgins. Burrow could... Like there's just so many funny things about that. You could have St. Brown and Joe Burrow, and St. Brown could have a bigger game than both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, and Burrow still have the number one quarterback scoring affair. I get what you're saying, 1-of-1, but I know a lot of people they have different takes on it, but it does make me laugh. I've watched and changed, but it won't let me. Oh, you're trying to change your name. Watch out for my boy JJ. Says just went Chase, Higgins, Ramondre, Burrow 1 through 4. I like that. That's really sweet, bro. That's a great combination. If you can pull off the Chase, Higgins without taking Burrow in round 3, which Ron, I think I would try that if I was you. I know you've been doing
that?
Well, the Chase, Higgins, Burrow, but not using your third rounder on Burrow. Like, I know you automatically go for it, but I think, if worst case scenario happens, you take Fields or T-Law or whoever you like, Cousins, whatever.
Yeah,
but
I'm not going to do that. The odds of getting Chase Higgins to begin with is not very good. And so if you wait on Burrow, you're going to miss out on him. So there's so few chances that you get a chance to get Chase Higgins that I'm going to take Burrow all day, every time in round 3.
Yeah, but look what you could do if you. I mean, Burrow falls a lot to 4, man.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Take that chance.
Wow.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure. Who's
real
this?
quick?
Is this Doc or B-Vol?
This is Doc.
Doc, go ahead.
No, so just general rule of thumb, when it comes to reaching for your guy, is what's more important to you, getting your guy or getting the best value that can hopefully give you the better team at the end of the day?
Both.
So I was asking him because if he's saying that he has to have Burrow in the third round, then are you saying that one player what is the value of taking him in the third round greater than possibly grabbing a guy, let's say, who may have fallen to the third round that you didn't expect? And maybe if you follow the draft and see that quarterbacks aren't going off as crazy, then let me ask you this. If you don't get Burrow, are you not happy with your team? Maybe that's the best way to put it.
Well, here,
not necessarily. I pivot on it, but if I get, let's say I get Chase and I don't get Higgins, I'll wait on Burrow to see if he drops to me or not. But if I got those two, then I'm taking Burrow to complete my triple stack.
But here's what I would say.
And
Here's what I say.
It's a very rare occasion. It's a very rare occasion that I get that combo.
Yeah, but how even more rare would it be though, Ron, to get Burrow? And like what I would say to you is that the odds might be that you end up getting all pissed off and saying, well, now I got Fields and the 2 wide receivers, which is still awesome. But what I would say is the odds of it not working out are worth taking that risk for the chance of getting that Burrow in 4th round with the 2 wide receivers and the what it could do for you. The odds of you winning the entire thing.
If I already have the stack, let's say it's BB4 where there's hundreds of thousands of people. If I already have that stack, I can take chances. But when we're in a fast pace, like, that Poodle 3 filled in like just a little over 2 days, and I only had 10 shots at it. So I'm taking that combo, the one chance I get at it, and knowing that it's going to close out.
Like
so I'm not taking as many of those leagues that fill up quicker.
Like here's a draft here where I got Burrow in round 4. I'm just clicking on the most recent drafts, and I'm almost on the clock there. Let's see here. I did take McCaffrey in one of these drafts to do a comparison later on the McCaffrey Bijan teams. So I'll be showing that in a second or later. Here's a draft. Let's see here. Let me go into this draft here. Let me go into a Poodle 3. This is a Poodle 3. It's in round 4. I don't know where Burrow went. I imagine I took him, but let's just see where Burrow went. See, Burrow hasn't gone yet in this draft. I'm hoping he falls to me. He's the 2nd ranked player, obviously the 1st ranked quarterback. But I already have Hurts in this draft. I took Gibbs in the 3rd. If you peep that. I'm showing you some of my reaches on Gibbs by exposing this board. Bijan, Tony Pollard, Hurts. That was an interesting start. I'm going 0 wide receiver. I'm doing so many strategies in this. I do have one Christian McCaffrey team where I took him early just to have him. I have about look at all these drafts I have. These are all my ongoing drafts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 drafts on my active open drafts. And some of these are Garrett Wilson drafts, but very few at this point. But I have so many strategies at play here. I definitely have like 80 or 90% of these teams have Bijan. But I have drafted a couple different variants. But let's go into this Pomeranian. This is a slow Palm. This is a round. Or actually, you know what? Let me go into this draft. Hold on. Weekly winners. Let's check out this weekly winners. 7th round. It's in the 7th round. I got Joe Burrow in the middle. At pick 7 is my draft slot. I got Joe Burrow at 42. I just think that there's, I don't know, if it was me, Ron, I would look as just like you're looking at the odds of you getting that is like a tough thing to land. You know, Higgins and Chase. Now just imagine if you get that Gibbs or somebody in round 3 that you're not going to get in 4. With Joe Burrow. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'd rather take the chance to have that team.
Not all those times, though. I got all those combinations, but I mean, where I did that in is in that Poodle 3, where I only had a chance to get into 10 of them.
Okay.
And that was, that's where I did it. And it's no different than me taking Watson in the 3rd round or anybody else. I don't care what people think.
Look at this
people
team, Ron.
Can say what. I got this person in the 5th, and I got this person. I'm building my team the way. I mean, I've done over 430 drafts now.
Yeah,
total.
You're probably maxed out. They're probably going to put a X badge above your name, meaning you're done drafting.
Some of the Poodle 3, there's no way I was maxing out, but I maxed out the Dalmatian, I maxed out the Chow Chow, I maxed out.
Look at this, Ron.
A lot of these.
Look at this team: Bijan, Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Burrow, Drake London. I know you don't love Swift, but I took Swift there. That team's fire. That team's fire. I'm proud of that team. That team smashes. Bijan, Garrett Wilson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Burrow, Drake London, Swift. Burrow, ADP 44. I got him at 47, so right on par, yeah. I get him right around 40 to 45. Pretty much.
It's
not all the
funny how I think Underdog looked at it and they're like, oh, these people are like, we're coming out with the Poodle 3. They came out with the Poodle 3 and they had both, you could do a slow draft and a fast draft, and it filled everybody, took, was going slow drafts on that and filled it up. That's why I think they split the new puppy come out with a slow and a fast separate ones.
Yeah. Let's do a high or low pick 'em. Let's have the group choose these. Okay, I want you guys to choose. We'll just do a fun $5 one. It makes $5 makes 100. So I want the group to choose what they want to add. Everybody drop what you want. Jalen Hurts, 23.5 passing TDs. Trevor Lawrence, 26.5 passing TDs. Drop what you want to add to this, and the most requested ones that you guys drop, I'll put on the ticket and the slip, and we'll submit it. 33.5 Joe Burrow TDs. Fields, 6.5 rushing touchdowns. 875 rushing yards. Let's do. Let's see here. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, 625 rushing yards seems pretty good. This Breece Hall 850 is amazing. Breece Hall 850.5 rushing yards is crazy. Tony Pollard 1025. I think he'll get that. Speedy says 26.5 TDs. Okay, since Speedy was the first to respond, I'm going to throw that on here. 26.5 higher. Lawrence says, or watch out for my boy, says Lawrence as well. I want Ritter over 2,600 yards. I'm not putting that one on. Not that I don't think he could do it, but I just, Burrow 3 rushing TDs. Alex says, is Burrow at 3 rushing TDs? What is it? I think he gets 3. But I don't know if that's the best one to go on, though. Because he could get 2 or 3. But 3, oh no, he has to get over 3. He has to get 4. He can do it. What's Daniel Jones' rushing line? I don't know if they have rushing yards for Danny Dimes, do they? Rushing 575. Seems like he could do that. CMC over 6.5. I can get behind that. Even if Christian McCaffrey got hurt in week 10, I think 6 rushing touchdowns is a doable thing. So we'll put higher on that. Fields over rushing, no. I agree. I'll put that on here. I'm going with your guys' picks on this one. Fields over rushing yards. I like his touchdowns as well. Herbert over 43.65. I don't know. Probably. I don't know why I worry about Herbert so much this year. What else you got? Doc, do you have anything?
Oh, nah, man. I'm actually doing a draft myself. and so far our team looks pretty good. And I'm watching this new documentary on Netflix, Quarterback. Have you checked it out?
No.
It's amazing, man. It's incredible.
Hey,
I'll be honest with you. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm actually more of a Kirk Cousins fan now after watching this. I might have to take him as my QB2 this year.
Oh man, Ron loves hearing that. What do you guys think about 975 Barkley rushing yards? That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't make that.
It's easy. That's an easy call.
Smitty, I did not bring up Barkley. It has nothing to do with his contract. But I drafted Barkley last year, and I did not foresee how much of an impact Daniel Jones would have as a rushing quarterback
Gibbs
on his touchdowns. Do you think Daniel Jones will be similar in the rushing department in terms of vulturing touchdowns from Barkley, or do you think there's going to be regression? Because there were times when I literally would just hit my head against the tape. Not literally, but just head in my hands just watching that happen.
Yeah, I mean, it is a concern. Like, you do wonder, like, what Barkley could do if he left New York, which is why partly I would love to see him play out on the franchise tag and go somewhere, but he'll be 27 next year, so it's tough to know what's going to happen with him. But yeah, I mean, he caps his rushing touchdowns, but maybe, maybe things change a little bit for him. But Barkley's on a mission, and I really, really, really think Barkley's going to have a good year. I think that if he was going in round 1, I think we'd share the same concern to the point where I might draft other players over him and not hate him, but just draft other players over him. But in round 2, he feels like a smash. But yeah, I mean, he'd be worth top 5 overall value if he didn't have his touchdowns being sniped. Sure, I could get behind that. And real quickly, Detest, call in about this Ayuk and Dotson debate, because Detest was I don't know who's got the show in the background, but I can hear the show echoing in the background. B-Val left again. I don't know where B-Val went. But I want Detest to call in Art, because he was acting like this wasn't even close. Like, that's when I have a beef with something. When I say something like, oh, I like Dotson over Ayuk. Like, how can you literally have an extreme stance one way or the other? 703 caller, who's this? Okay. Anyway.
I could hear him say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I.
I'm hoping Detest calls in. All right, anything else, guys? I'm probably going to not stay long because there's 125 of you in here. I wish I could stay longer, but I'm going to Vegas. This. Thank you for helping me submit this ticket. This is a $5 entry. Pays out $100 if all 5 things land. You guys said 26.5 passing touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence. 875.5 rushing yards higher for Fields, 6.5 TDs, so 7 touchdowns for McCaffrey, 976 yards needed for Barkley, and Gibbs needs 581 yards rushing. Feels like a home run.
Hey, did you say when you get to Vegas, you're going to put some money down on Chicago and who else to win the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna leave a little surprise. I'm gonna live stream me putting down some cash on an under. I'm very, very good at picking like my Bengal pick. I'm very good at picking a team that shouldn't be going to the Super Bowl that ends up going to the Super Bowl. And it happens so often. People are so funny about how upset they get. Like when you say the Bears could go to the Super Bowl or the Lions could go to the Super Bowl, or people are like, well, you can't do it. I mean, it's par for the course. I could care less. Bengals, it happened. It's going to happen again. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I'm going to go ahead and drop some money on a couple teams. And maybe I'll just do small, fun bets that have great odds. just to show people like kind of my process when I go looking and picking. The test, call in one more time. Try one more time to test.
Hey, do me a favor,
Yeah.
if you can. Put $10 or $20 on the Steelers to win the Super Bowl for me.
Okay. I'll do that for you, Ron. I'll do that for if I remember, but yeah, I'll do that for you. I can't wait to get to Bill the Tickler's restaurant. I'll live stream that on Instagram. You guys better be following me on Instagram because I'm going the Fantasy Football Show. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be going live during the like behind the scenes type situations, right? So at Bill the Tickler's restaurant, when my steak comes to the table, I'm gonna go live and show it. So you guys better follow me on Instagram. The test, try calling in one more time, pal. But I'll be live tomorrow streaming. I'm live streaming in Vegas Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. I think this is the test. Hey, the test, is this you? Who's this?
Yeah, this is the test on YouTube, man. How's it going?
What's up, the test?
Yeah, I just think, not that, I mean, I don't think Ayuk's better, but I just think that, like, in terms of value, I just think that, drafting, like, Ayuk would be, like, you would get so much more out of that pick as opposed to, obviously, the second-year receivers do really great. Like, the second-year receivers, they do so much better the second year. And that's a lot of the times. But Ayuk has wide receiver one upside, especially when Debo's out, and especially, to keep him healthy. So that's just, like, my opinion. I mean, obviously, you're really passionate about your movement. And you obviously love your guys and stuff. But I just think, like, if I see Ayuk and Dotson on the board, I'll take Ayuk over Dotson any day of the week.
And I appreciate that, but what I was calling you out on it, and when I say call you out, I don't mean it in a bad way. It was just a comment I saw where somebody said Dotson over Ayuk, and you were like, "What? How could you? How could you like that?" So I just merely said the test, who I appreciate. The test is my boy. I was just like, how is that one of those things where you can say that? Like, that's not that's not a thing. Like, Ayuk has had a very inconsistent career by no fault of his. Okay, I liked Ayuk. Played at Arizona State University. I went on Raj's live stream, RSF 49ers. I went on his live stream before the draft, like months before the draft. I said, you guys should draft Ayuk. And he's like, who's Ayuk? And like, no one knew who Ayuk was. I'm like, watch the film. We turned the IG camera around on some film on the computer, and we started watching Ayuk film. And he's like, this guy's good. This guy's got amazing hands. This guy's a great route runner. And his whole community was like, this guy's great. So I loved Ayuk coming out of college. He had 1,015 last year and 8 touchdowns. Very, very nice season. 78 receptions. So very, very good year for Ayuk. But, I mean, it's more about, like, Dotson and him are very comparable, I think. But the quarterback situation for both is questionable enough. And their talent level is, in my opinion, very close. I just don't know how you could get to a point where it's like it's crazy to like Dotson over Ayuk. Because that was the sense I got in the chat. That's all I was saying. Like, if you want Ayuk over Dotson, it's cool. And could it happen? Absolutely. Could it work out? But, I mean, Ayuk's got Purdy and Trey Lance and Sam Darnold rotation potentially going this year. And maybe Purdy stays healthy all year long. But maybe Purdy's arm strength isn't there. Maybe Purdy, who had this UCL surgery that, to my knowledge, there's only one other player in the National Football League that has had it, and I think it was Nick Mullins, the other Niner quarterback. And he didn't test it out. He didn't test it out, bro. It's not like we know what Nick Mullins is doing with that arm, throwing, X number of times per game and trying to last a whole long career on that type of surgery. He didn't get the Tommy John surgery. He got a bridge surgery. If you can imagine the UCL going all the way down the arm here and it snaps or tears, instead of doing the Tommy John surgery, they just do like a bridge repair. Almost think of it like a patch or whatever. I don't even know how to really describe it other than that. And it's not something that we really know how it's going to respond with a quarterback. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that Ayuk feels consistent to me enough to say, hey, how the hell do you like not like Ayuk over Dotson? That was the only thing I was saying. Let's go around the line real quick and say, hang tight, the test. Again, not a problem with you liking him over. It's just to the degree. Doc, do you like Ayuk or Dotson more?
Ayuk.
Okay.
I love his yards after catch. Ayuk's a monster.
I mean, I like him too. Debo says you can't cover him in a phone booth right now. He's running such crispy routes. I'm very, very high.
No. Ayuk's always been a great route runner.
Yeah, he's good.
I can't. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying he's good. But again, the problem is, it's so funny when a biased Niner fan comes in here, and I love my Niner fans. I love my Raider fans. I love all fans. Just because I rip on Jimmy G and Jacobs and the situation in Las Vegas doesn't mean I don't love the fan base. But my slanted Niner fans come in here, my very biased Niner fans come in here, and they say things like, year over year, the roster the Niners have, we got Debo, we got Ayuk, we got Kittle, we got Christian. Okay, who's throwing the football to these guys? Who's the facilitator? Little pea shooter Jimmy G. You got a pea shooter trying to deliver the football to this arsenal. And you finally got a guy in Brock Purdy who may or may not, we still don't know. You talk to a Niner fan, he's the second coming of Tom Brady already. We don't know. He kind of got figured out at the end of the year, which happens a lot, but it doesn't mean he can't adjust to that as well and get better as well. So it's not like he's not going to, figure that out, but teams were starting to figure him out before Brock Purdy went down. Very good pocket presence, phenomenally, astute and phenomenally prepared. Like the preparation, the intelligence, the preparation that this guy brought to the table when injury occurred and his number was called and he walked in and knew everything was unbelievable. Like, that was more impressive than anything he did. Yeah. But he was getting figured out. His arm's mediocre. His arm's not great. His arm's mediocre. But you know what? That doesn't stop other, some great quarterbacks have never had the best arm in the NFL. And he could get stronger at that. But with the UCL injury and the fact that I feel like they're rushing him back, I don't know, man. I mean, you got to remember, this is the same coach that shoved him back onto the field after he tore his UCL. And he said, go ahead and finish the game out for us. So it's like, does anybody think that they're not going to rush him back? They're going to take their sweet time and do what's right for him? I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Here's the thing about the 49ers. This is a little off topic. With Shanahan, the 49ers really the last 5 years, everybody gets hurt on that team. I mean, there have been reports about, for some reason, their practices are just more physical than everybody else, but that's just how Shanahan coaches that team. So I'm not shocked that Purdy got injured. I don't really consider his to be what's the word I want to use here? Like a Kittle injury where he's always running into people because he's always asked to block, but for some reason just the primary players on that team can't stay healthy, and I don't really know what it is.
It's the scheme.
But I love
it's the scheme mostly. It's like you said, hard practices. Who the hell knows? The fact that no one's looked into it, I know that sounds like a joke, but somebody needs to figure out why. There's got to be more reasons than what we're saying, but partly like quarterback injuries, for example, there's a lot of unprotected situations the quarterback's left in because there's a lot of movement and pulling, and you've got what the typical thing you'd hear somebody say is that you've got a situation where the scheme puts so much movement and misdirection in play that you have a tight end blocking a linebacker and they just can't keep up with that. Not saying Kittle can't block well, I'm just saying if it's another situation like that, or a potential running back blocking in a situation they shouldn't be blocking in or whatever, and just getting overwhelmed, and then the blind side just Gronk smash on the quarterback. That's all I'm saying is there's definitely, the scheme is definitely part of the problem, but The scheme's also part of the reason that like Christian McCaffrey looks so good when he's, you know, in his groove. You know, the scheme's amazing, but it's also got some downsides. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think Ayuk is tough to trust. He's tough to trust. I like him, but he's tough to trust if you're talking about, you know, he's sitting next to Dotson. I'd rather have Dotson. I think Dotson is the next. Who do I compare him to? He feels like the next. I don't know. I guess the best way to put it is I feel like he's got a little Marvin Harrison to his game, but I feel like he's what we always believed that McLaurin was going to be. He's as good as we always believed McLaurin would eventually be.
Dotson's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I have questions about the quarterback situation. And
yeah, it's like the same thing, basically.
I mean, you guys have just as much quarterback concern, bro. You do. You can't say Purdy's
49ers. 49. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Yeah. We've seen Purdy play. I don't know who's the quarterback for Sam Howell, right?
Now, Donaldson played too.
Say that again.
Yeah, we've seen Purdy play, but does it even start, or how does he come back from his injury? But we've seen the backup play, and
Trey Lance, they're trying to trade him.
Trey's not even.
A lot of players have already come out and said that they haven't said it directly, but if you can just, just reading between the lines, they want Brock Purdy to be the starting quarterback.
They do, but like I think you're underestimating the amount of risk involved with Purdy's situation comparatively to like the amount of risk that Sam Howell isn't the guy that I believe he could be. Sam Howell played one game. That's all we got to go on. But he played really well. He had a couple bad moments and a lot of amazing moments. He played against the Dallas Cowboy defense, which was a nice test. Ran in I forget, it was like a 10 or 15 yards touchdown run. And he was aggressive. He hit hard. Threw a touchdown pass. Had another touchdown pass dropped. And he he had a lot of poise. He also has the number one air yard pass in the history of the organization, and he played one game. So this is that player that can stretch the field. So even if you don't like Sam Darnold per se, he probably gives you that New Orleans Saints effect, where like it doesn't really matter if Winston's good or bad winning games. If you're a fantasy guy, you love that Olave is catching passes from Winston. And I know Winston's not there now, but Carr's in the same situation. Carr's great at throwing downfield. If you don't like Carr winning a game, Carr throws the football down the field. He laser locks. He puts air yards under the football. And so same thing with Sam Howell. Sam Howell, good or bad, he can throw a missile down the field, and that's going to put Dotson in a very, very good positioning.
I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that one bit. I really am not. I guess my only thing is this. Sam Howell, like you said, I've only seen one game of him. And I think actually another aspect of the Commanders that not enough people are talking about, and I don't know why, but I think Eric Bieniemy is going to be really good for the Commanders. I really do. That's just my honest opinion.
You know what my fear is for you, bro?
What's that?
Is that you're not going to shake injury, bro. You know, you like the problem for you guys is your window is literally here. Your window is 1 year, maybe 2 years, but probably 1 year. You got Kittle getting older. You got, Debo getting run into the ground. Like, who knows how many years he has at the level that he could play at. You've got this quarterback room that was decimated with injuries. The year prior, I think you had 7 running backs on the roster. Not one of them was healthy, and Debo had to play running back. It's just such an enormous amount of injury that continues to happen. And Christian McCaffrey, Double A gifted 10 exclusive members. Double A, appreciate you, Double A. My fear for you, broski, is that McCaffrey's going to get hurt before the end of the season, and you're not going to have him for the playoffs. I hate to say that, but McCaffrey's had so many. He is. I mean, like I always say, we wrote him off walking into last year as a first overall player. Like just the 2 years of injuries was just too much. And the volume's been enormous for this guy. And at some point, your body just can't. It doesn't matter how good you work out. It doesn't matter if you're wearing chains around your neck like Henry and bench pressing on rubber bands. At some point, doesn't matter how good you look in warm-ups, your body just can only take so much. And so my fear for you is that you're going to have all the pieces finally. Finally, the Niners have the pieces to win a Super Bowl. But like, how do you keep them healthy, bro? How do you keep Christian McCaffrey healthy? Is Shanahan smart enough to just dial him back during the year, which is going to suck for fantasy because maybe he won't be the number one overall running back, but he stays healthy. But if he's the number one overall running back, he's going to get hurt. It's like a catch-22, a double-edged sword. But will Shanahan run Mitchell enough to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy? Will he protect his quarterback instead of running his quarterback up the middle like he did with Trey Lance? Will you guys have all your pieces on the board when it comes to playoff time? I think the Seahawks, my prediction is the Seahawks win the division.
I like that. That's a hot take. That's not too hot, but I like it.
I mean, I
think it happens.
Yeah. I think that Pete Carroll is a genius, man. Not saying Shanahan isn't a scheme genius. He's not a great head personnel decision-making person. But his scheme is genius. I admit that. I always tell you, Shanahan as an offensive coordinator is a genius. As a head coach, I don't agree. I don't know. And everybody comes at me and says, Smitty, how could you not agree? He was almost coach of the year. Smitty, how can you not agree? His offense is amazing. He's an amazing, genius, savant offensive coordinator that is so good at that, it makes him look like a really good head coach in some lighting. In certain light, he looks like a good head coach. Because those are offensive coordinator qualities that you're examining. But Pete Carroll is
are you driving or driving?
What?
Are you driving or is Miss Smitty driving?
Oh, I'm gonna have Miss Smitty drive while I work.
Okay, that's a good decision because you're saying like you need rest to drive.
Yeah.
Hey, Smitty. I do want to say one thing about. I don't know if you'll agree with this, but let me start with this. How often do you watch tape of players just to watch their skill set on tape? Do you do that often?
All the time.
So, to the casual person, they probably won't believe this, but if you watch tape. And I'm just going to say that the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe has said this multiple times. He even said it to Travis Kelce's face. But all around, George Kittle is the best tight end in football, and it's not even close. All you have to do, if you watch the tape of Kittle, route running, blocking at the line of scrimmage, yak, he's amazing. And I know we love Kelce for his catching and route running ability, but Kelce is not.
Dan.
And I'll play like this. Kelce blocks well, but he's not elite at it. Kittle is an elite blocker. He's an elite route runner.
Let me say this.
He does all those things.
Let me say this. I'll say this. Your definition is going to be different than another person's definition of the best tight end in football. Like, how much weight do you put on blocking? How much weight do you put on receiving? Dalton Kincaid's going to do no blocking, but he could be one of the best tight ends in the league in a year from now.
No, but I'm saying that's why I said all around.
Yeah. So
now, if you want that, I didn't say he's the best. Like, if I was to ask Kittle or Kelce, okay, yes, I'm taking Kelce. But if I said if I'm asking, okay, who's the best all around, who does everything well? Okay, yes, Kittle does there are certain things Kittle does better than
I agree,
Kelce.
but I don't agree. I don't know that I agree. I agree that it's arguable. Like, I agree it's arguable, but when you're talking about just doing everything, but like, we never need. I mean, we do debate all things. We don't have to talk just fantasy. We do a lot of news. We do a lot of football discussion. So I'm okay having this discussion, but for the most part, it's an irrelevant discussion in the grand scheme of things in these parts, because blocking doesn't get you points. But so if I'm drafting a team, even if it's not fantasy, he's not the first tight end off the board. So what does that really say? Is he really the best tight end in the league, in my opinion? No, because his impact to the game is not greater than Kelsey's impact to the game. Even if Kelsey doesn't block as well, Kelsey's so much more valuable in other ways. I can't go ahead and condone that. I can't Smitty approve Kittle is better than Kelsey, because guess what?
But that also goes to who he plays for. Kelsey's not asked to block. He's not asked to do those things, so he's more valuable as a receiver. So once again, I don't want this to come across as me holding it against Kelsey.
I know, but what I'm trying. I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is that Kelsey's the way he contributes in the passing environment overrules any sort of advantage in the blocking department. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't disagree that you can make an argument and try and make a successful argument. But at the end of the day, I'm still valuing Kelsey's receiving skill set more than Kittle's all-around game. That's all I'm saying. And you could definitely...
And that's fair. And that's fair.
Yeah, you could definitely debate it, and I could understand it. But I will say that, like, there's no way the number one tight end in the league goes dormant for, like, a year, you know, in my opinion. And I know he went dormant because he wasn't being utilized, but... I mean, Kittle has vanished from time to time because of the quarterback.
And scheme and all the weapons on the team. Like y'all, I think another. And I love the way Shannon Sharp. I love the way Shannon Sharp has this discussion about Kittle, because look, I'm not, like, again. Like I said, I would take Kelsey over Kittle because I'm with you. I value the receiving more, but I think once again, and also this is fantasy. When you listen to a Hall of Famer break it down,
yeah, but that's Shannon Sharp. That's Shannon Sharp, though, bro. I mean, honestly, I feel like I know more than him. I'm sorry, but he may be a Hall of Famer. You know who's the greatest basketball player of all time? Michael Jordan. Do you know who's the worst draft selector of all time? Michael Jordan. You know, Kwame Brown.
Yeah, I mean,
Kwame Brown. So Shannon Sharp doesn't mean nothing to me.
A lot of former players are terrible in the front office.
Sharp is just a talking head. He doesn't know what he's talking about, in my opinion. I would say, another one is Joe Montana. Joe Montana. You know, the way he talks about stuff. Like, I like Joe Montana, and he does have probably some valid points and some stuff to bring to the table. But, like, everyone always will say stuff about, like, oh, well, Joe Montana said this or Joe Montana said that, and it's like, I respect him, but, like, Michael Jordan drafted Kwame Brown. Like, doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Okay.
Shannon Sharp is just very loud.
I'll put it. I think if you listen to the way he breaks down the two players, it makes a lot of sense. Like I say, it's not from a fantasy perspective. It's just a skill set. That's all.
One says Skip Bayless said the opposite, so.
Well, Skip Bayless. Now, look, we know Skip Bayless that's a totally different.
I don't know if they're totally different. Let's be honest. That's why they're on the same show.
Well, look, Skip Bayless. All right, they're both getting paid to say things that things to get reactions. They say reactions, make these reactions, inflammatory statements. I don't think Skip believes deep down in his heart. Because did you see that LeBron James is not a top 10 basketball player all time? I refuse to believe that he thinks that. He actually put a list up on a podcast that he does where LeBron James is not even in the top 10. Like, that's only just to get people to talk about it. Like, there's no other way. To me, I can't even take a person seriously, even though this isn't a basketball. If you're saying LeBron James is in the top 3, what are we doing?
Yeah, LeBron definitely. I still think Jordan's the best that'll ever play, but even Jordan will tell you.
Absolutely.
Even Jordan will tell you, though. Jordan will say that you can't even make that determination. It's dumb to even have the conversation because like some will say Babe Ruth. If Babe Ruth ever played in today's game, he'd get rocked. But who's to say Babe Ruth wouldn't train different and have better nutrition and not smoke cigarettes when he's swinging a bat?
Drink beer during the game.
Yeah, you just can't compare generations really. But I still think Jordan, if I had to say, because I've watched both of them in their prime, You know, like a lot of people most people that say LeBron's the best ever didn't watch Jordan. They're only watching blurry YouTube videos of Jordan or in slow motion that you can't even.
I mean, my opinion is Jordan, Bird, and then Kobe. Those are my three.
I mean, honestly, I
can get behind
respect
Kobe.
that list. I respect that list a lot. I don't know why so many people. Well, I get why people don't have Kobe in their top 3 to 5 because most people don't even consider Kobe to be the greatest Laker of all time. So I get it, but he's the closest thing we've ever seen to Jordan, and I think, and that's why to me, I have Kobe in my top 5 all time.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's ridiculous people don't.
We're getting away from fantasy football. I know. My bad.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to.
No, it's all right. I gotta go. I gotta go anyway.
Comparison.
I gotta go anyway because I gotta get up and drive in 4 hours. But I'll be in Vegas.
No, Smitty's gonna drive.
It would be Smitty. Yeah, I gotta get up and eat a egg McMuffin in the passenger seat.
Okay, safe travels, Smitty.
Hey, is this B-Ball or Doc?
No,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
still
the
here.
test man.
Oh, the test. Yeah, the test. Did you have anything else? I appreciate you calling in. And again, I wasn't, I wasn't going at you or anything. I just was. You were so adamant about Ayuk over Dotson. I was just like, I got to talk to him about this. I want to hear his thinking. I appreciate it, but Dotson's gonna surprise you, man. I know you like him based on the way you talked about him. I think, but I'm telling you,
I love Dotson too, man. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like his skill set, and like I obviously love the underdog too, and I think that like he has uncapped potential, especially like the way they have been training and stuff. And I've seen Dotson actually train with Odell Beckham and Zay Flowers, so he's obviously been putting in the work a lot.
Guy reminds me of I don't know if Marvin Harrison's the right comp, but for some reason he does, because he's small. Like he's smaller, he's shifty, he slips around, good hands, great hands. And just the way he maneuvers like by somebody reminds me of Marvin Harrison, or reminds me.
You know who he kind of reminds me of a little bit?
Who?
Somebody we're waiting on to play on the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, okay. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, a little bit there. I mean,
he reminds me a little bit of a small. And by the way, I think Calvin Ridley is going to lead. Hot take: Calvin Ridley is going to lead the league in yards per catch. He's got to. That's my take.
He put it on his children.
Better numbers. He's going to have better numbers than Jamar Chase per catch. I'm calling it right now.
You know,
that's my belief.
You know, I really feel like I want to put money on it too, because he put his children on the line. He's like, I swear on my children, I'm gonna have like 1,400 yards. So it's like, bro's gonna have he could have
Hey, I'll be honest with you. He doesn't need to be making any more bets. He doesn't need to be making any more bets. No joke to him. I know, but I'm just saying.
That'd be hilarious if the NFL suspended him for betting his children. Then he's going to get 1,400 yards. Hold on. Super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
George Pickens, he's a man. Hey, one of one. Thank you for dropping that super chat. Look at 1 of 1. Dropping a massive wad on the screen. That's a double tonight. 2 20s in a row. Good luck in the Scott Fish Bowl 13, Smitty. Your boys drafting. Look, real quickly, I just want to run this by you guys real quick. The Scott Fish Bowl, Pickens I like a lot. To answer your question, Pickens is on the moon men for a reason. You know, Pickens is Ron and I talked about this the other day, and he mentioned to me, and I definitely feel the same way about when I watch him on a film. I always get re-excited about the moon man, like, slotting. There's been times where I've said, okay, you know, if I had to take someone off, I'd have to take one of Swift, Kadarius Toney, or Pickens off if I had to remove somebody. But whenever I rewatch Pickens footage, I'm like, what in the hell am I even talking about? This guy looks like he's a highlight reel, you know. And yeah. Like I said before on the show, I think Pickens will have at least 1 or 2 of the league's top, like you know, they go through the top catches of the week. He's going to be on 1 or 2 of those, you know, minimum. So the catches, his hands.
here's my only thing about Pickens. I've been taking the other receiver, Deontay Johnson, over him
Not me.
in my draft because I love the value of Deontay Johnson this year. I like Pickens.
Yeah.
Pickens
But,
is around
but
7.
Deontay Johnson, if you look at targets and situations, Kenny Pickett
Hates him.
locks in on Johnson.
Hates him.
Well, I
No, he
don't know
doesn't
about-
lock in on him. He
maybe-
hates him.
I mean,
He hates him.
I mean,
What are you
he
talking
gets-
about?
I mean, he got 100.
doesn't.
What it was 140 something targets last year. I don't know if that's hate, then I would love for him to hate me. If that's hate, then he can hate me all
Well,
day.
he has 0 TDs. It's 0 TDs.
That's
Trubisky
that
locked
is
in on him.
hard. Well, hold on.
Hey.
Once
Hold on.
Pickett got going,
Yeah, you're not here. You're not.
he logged in.
Bevol, you're a little misled on this. Yeah,
you
Ron's
think-
right.
do you think that's gonna
He locked
continue?
in on,
Do you think that's gonna
Pickens and
continue?
Pickens.
Bevol, listen though for a second. Pickens was laser locked on by Trubisky. Once Pickett came in, that went away. It was all Pickett to Pickens, and Deontay had 0 touchdowns. I'm not saying he didn't target him.
I mean, touchdowns are hard to predict each year, though. I mean, I don't think that.
Okay,
continues.
but you're
But-
saying that Pickens or Pickett
zero.
was over targeting him. He wasn't over targeting him.
100. Well, didn't he? What did he have? Like 140 something targets.
You're talking
That-
about
that-
Trubisky.
Trubisky only started like what, 3-4 games, 5 maybe.
No, he started like 5 or 6 of the first games.
Yeah, bro. Let
So
me
what about the other 11?
here. Let
So
me
what
show.
happened in the other 11 then?
Well, I mean, he still
Well,
got.
and then Pickett got a concussion in one of those games that he was playing in too, and so Trubisky played later on in the season also.
I mean, 100. I mean, you don't get 140 targets by accident.
Well,
That's
you get.
not.
Well, here's
like
the
even
here's
if,
the
like even.
about
I'm
little-
just saying.
Here's the thing about
um,
little whiny Johnson. He was getting upset. This is facts. He was getting upset because when Pickett started playing, he started targeting Freiermuth and Pickens a lot more, and he wasn't seeing the ball. Even though when the
Love
ball was thrown to
Freiermuth.
him, he was a lot of the balls. And so he started his little whiny fest because he's a little diva just like the rest of them. And say, I'm not getting the ball enough. I'm not getting the ball
It's
enough.
always the one
And
receiver.
so it's like, yeah, I'm not the biggest. He's not bad, but I mean, I'm not the biggest Deontay Johnson fan.
Keep in mind, Deontay started off. I mean,
I actually like Allen Robinson's demeanor a lot more than I like Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson
Wow.
catching
I for-
0
I
touchdowns.
forgot he went to the Steelers. I forgot
that's
that
crazy.
they got him.
All right, hey guys, I got to wrap it up here, but I wanted to real quickly talk about this Scott Fish Bowl. So Scott Fish Bowl.
Do you know who
tomorrow-
I think is better than both of them?
Who?
Calvin Austin.
I mean, we like Calvin Austin here. We're
Yeah,
okay.
we love Calvin.
We're okay with
He's
Calvin.
very
Name I haven't
twitchy.
heard.
Last
That's
year,
a name I haven't heard in a while, but yeah.
yeah, he didn't play last year, and
He's better
he's
than Robinson.
twitchy. In fact, he's the one that Sauce Gardner said is the toughest receiver he's ever covered.
Yeah,
So,
he's better. He'll take over Allen Robinson's job. Okay, real quickly, let me go over the
they're-
Scott.
they're-
Let me
they're
get into
gonna
Scott
move them
Fish
all
Bowl.
over.
Let me get into Scott Fish Bowl because I got to go.
Hey, Smitty. Hey, guys. I'm gonna sign off. Smitty,
All right.
great show tonight. Great talk with
Later,
you, man.
B-Ball.
Great debate. Everybody. Hey, sleep well, everybody.
Later. Hey Doc, you got any final words?
Oh man. Hey, don't draft scared. Put
That's
the
right.
work in.
right,
Try
Doc.
out. Don't be afraid to try new things. Right now is the time to do these drafts. Different strategies. See how the team looks. If you like it, if you don't like it, write down why. I'm a big person of writing things out and saying what I could have done better. And in that draft, so draft day, I've already seen it. It's nothing new.
All right, the doc. Hey, you know, I will say the doc. I appreciate that. I don't know if I want you saying these things when you're going into surgery with my dog or something though. But past, he's like try new things.
Yeah.
Write down your mistakes. But
Right. Yeah.
but
I have
doc.
a dog. You got a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not like a mad scientist. I don't.
Try new things. Don't have surgery scared. Hey Doc, appreciate you calling in, and we'll see you tomorrow, pal. Call into the show. Call into the show tomorrow. When I'm live in Las Vegas.
I will do everything I can to do so, Smitty. What
right,
you're going on at 7, right? 7.
Yeah, normal time. Yep. 4:00 Vegas
I might
time.
be at the gym. So hope you don't mind me calling in, breathing hard.
All right, get in the pump.
Mute.
All right, later, man.
All right.
All right,
Good night, Ron. I'm praying for you and your family, man. Okay, be safe out here.
All right, thank you, Detest.
Hey, thank
All
you.
right. Take care.
All right, real quickly, Ron, let me run this by you, and then I got to go. Scott Fishbowl. It's It's 2 quarter. It's super flex. It's the weirdest scoring. You can start like 3 kickers if you want. I don't even understand some of it. They always do the weirdest scoring and the weirdest lineups. And I think if you don't go tight end or something, you could go 3 kickers or whatever. I don't even know. I haven't even looked at it. I probably won't even be able to figure out what the exact lineup combinations can be because they're weird. And so I don't know what it is on that. But I do know that it's 0.25 per carry. I'm not sure if it's just I'll have to look at the scoring before I go live on it. But I think I'm gonna at number 4 overall. I'm very tempted to draft Justin Fields because it's super flex, and you get 0.25 per quarterback rush, and I believe because of his uptick in all the other categories, he's gonna potentially outscore everybody in this format. Him and Jalen Hurts are gonna be my top 2 targets, but I'll definitely be okay with Burrow or quarterback like Burrow in this format too. But I think Fields I might shock some people and take him 4. I think he's gonna last because I've been looking at a lot of the Scott Fishbowl drafts, and people send me their teams, and there's no negative points as well. I think Scott Fishbowl usually Fields is going like 7, 8, 9 overall or something. So I'm very, very tempted to go Fields. There's a 3rd round reversal, which sucks. I hate that. But I didn't want to miss out on getting a top 5 quarterback. So I took the 4 pick. I was able to choose. I took the 4 pick. But I'm probably going to go Fields. I'll talk it out live with everybody.
How do you become so big in this whole thing becomes like, I know it's charity and stuff and charities take off, but how did he become so huge with it?
He's a real nice guy, really cool dude, and it's built from the fantasy football analysts and industry out. And so it's a way for, how everybody's wanted to draft, people want to draft with me all the time. Smitty, can I do a draft? Can we do a mock draft? Well, before Best Ball and like Underdog and all these DFS sites and apps, there was no way to draft with an expert before. So this was an opportunity where there's 6 analysts or experts in a league and 6 regular Joes, pretty much. They try and do that anyway. And so it was like the first real chance you got to play with the big boys and try and take down every analyst in the industry. You got to face off against every single analyst in the industry in this, because everybody's fighting for first place, one final team at the end of it all. And so it just kind of grew from there. But then the charity part of it, everyone loves, supporting it. They raise tons of money for kids. And I think last year was like presents for kids during Christmas and stuff. So it's a really awesome, Underdog did that Best Ball, no prize money, $5 an entry. And that raised $50,000, I believe. So that was awesome. The Underdog was able to raise $50,000 for the charity. So it was awesome. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Get signed up. We'll be drafting. I don't know if we'll draft in Vegas though. I might not be able to. We'll have to see.
Kinda.
It's just, it's gonna be hard. I think I'm just gonna, we'll talk and I'll do phone calls and stuff. But can you ask Underdog? Let's see. Let me see what this is. Just Sherman. What's he saying? Can you ask Underdog to add a sound when it's your turn? I'll look into that. I also think they'll probably laugh at me, but I think the added rollover time would be really interesting. I mean, make the drafts longer. I know people would probably complain about that, but maybe You what?
Look at how many times we've timed out. Look at how many times you timed out. If there was a sound to alert you that, hey, you're on the clock, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I know it's hard to do that. I mean, other apps do it, so it's not difficult. But maybe the amount of, because you got to have a lot of like communication back and forth between the device and the. I don't know if you noticed on Sleeper, and now just the ticking sound has nothing to do with being on the clock anymore. It's not synced or anything like that. It just plays. All right. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow, Ron. Prayers up for Miss Navy. All right.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
All right. Later, everybody. I'm out of here. Thank you for drafting. If you guys want to draft next time, later on. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Thank you, One of One, for dropping that super chat. Thank you, Dan the Grim Reacher, for dropping that. Thank you, Just Sherman, for dropping yours. Thank you, That Boy, for your $2 hauler and your other super chats that you dropped to. Harvest dropping the $2.99. Thank you, That Boy, again with the $5 One of One with the other $20 hauler. My boy Aloha coming in and swinging in with a 20 spot, and That Boy dropping the $10 hauler at the onset of the draft. I will see all of you later. Appreciate you. Go get, let's see, go get Pancake Stacked.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
Who gifted memberships today? Double A gifted 10 of them. Appreciate you, Double A, for dropping those 10 gifted memberships. Double A to the moon. Double A, you watching? My boy, Double A. And Let Go My Ego says, thank you for the gifted membership. That was Double A. Dropping goodness all over the screen. Thank you, Double A. Thank you, Roger. See you later. Peanut Butter and Waivers. See you later. Thomas, my man. Ron Navy. Thanks for calling in, Ronnie. Dan the Grim. Have fun fishing grandmas at the Scott Fish Bowl. I expect all of you on these live streams. Peanut Butter and Waivers. We'll see you tomorrow. Be on the live stream tomorrow. Just Sherman. I'm live in Vegas. 4 shows starting tomorrow. Sleeper mock drafts in Vegas. Probably not doing any drafts in Vegas, bro. Except for because I'm drafting the entire Saturday on the Scott Fish Bowl. So the other streams probably will not be drafts. They'll just be Q&A. Jordan, appreciate you, Jordan. Space Ricky in the building. My man. Sven, my guy. All right, I'll see you all later. Later, Speedy.
People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.